Hey horror fans, this is your girl Chauncey K. Robinson, the Twisted Girl Next Door, and we are here at the award show for Shriekfest, where everyone is trying to get the coveted Blood Real.
So I'm Denise Gossett, the festival founder and director. And this is our 18th year. Oh my God. First, I want to, this is Armando Munoz, and he has been doing our Shriekfest Presents.
Let me tell you a little bit about Shriekfest Presents. For those of you who don't know, I co-host a midnight movie series at the New Art Theater in West Los Angeles. And every month or two, we do a special midnight screening that's co-presented by Shriekfest. We pick the best classic horror films, whereas Shriekfest itself is the new and the future of horror. With Shriekfest Presents, we show the classics that inspired us to do it ourselves.
First up, I want to thank you all for being here, because without you guys, there would be no Shriekfest. So thank you very much. Last year, I talked about goals and setting them. This year, I want to talk about energy. We've all heard it. Everything is made of energy. So what kind of energy are you putting out? Do you wake up in the morning tired, burnt out, hating every minute of it? Or do you wake up excited to start the day, expecting wonderful things? I know that there are a lot of us out there that have jobs we don't love, or things we have to do that we don't want to do. But here's the cold, hard reality. There will always be things we don't want to do, and things we don't love to do. Even when you're doing your main job. I mean, filmmakers, screenwriters, aren't there days where you're like, oh crap, I gotta do that? You know, will always be things. So, how do we deal with the business side, if that's the thing you don't want to deal with, or the social media side that you don't want to deal with? How do we deal with these things without letting the negative energy take hold? Right now, all of you put a smile on your face. Just do it, big smile. Do you feel that energy change? I mean, it's literally, it sounds silly, but it's really that simple. Sometimes all you have to do to help a situation or a job you don't love is smile. Sing, whistle. I know it sounds crazy. I'm sure we've all met the person who is doing a job that you would never, ever in your life do. And they're like the happiest person. And you wonder, how could they possibly be that happy mopping floors or whatever it may be? Those are the people we want to emulate and bring that positive energy into our lives, because it will just attract more positive energy. If we put out negative, we get negative back. The goal in this life is to feel good all the time. Feel good all the time. So how do we do that? Sometimes we have to dig down deep. And sometimes there are just bad things happening in life. But we have to work on pulling up that positive energy. This is a tough business. It really is. We don't need to make it tougher by adding in our own negativity. Never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. I'm going to say it again. Never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about, right? So I know some of you out there sometimes doubt. If you're thinking about it daily, you've got to keep doing it. Pursue, pursue, pursue. We become what we think about most of the time. We become what we think about most of the time. Are your thoughts negative, or are they positive? Let's all seek to be worth knowing rather than well known. And never give up on something you can't go a day without thinking about. In 18 years I've been doing Shriekfest, I am blown away every year at the talent out there. You guys amaze me, truly amaze me. I wish the studios would open up their eyes and take notice like I do. There are great films every year and scripts that don't make it in. We just can't fit them all in. If you don't win tonight, it doesn't mean you aren't talented. Because you wouldn't have made it this far if you weren't. The hardest part of being a festival director is the feeling that I'm rejecting people. I spent over 25 hours sending out the "you didn't quite make it" emails. And it was a lot of work, but I wanted to personalize them in some way. I don't want to be that person who stomps on someone's dream. As an actor, I am rejected constantly, but I have a tough skin. I know that's the business, that's the name of the game. I believe if you make a film or a script or you do something creative, you're doing something good. This is powerful stuff, guys. If you don't win tonight, please know that you are talented and you do have what it takes. And I appreciate you. And if the if the world hasn't already noticed how special you are, I am here to tell you that they will know soon. Keep doing what you're doing and you will get that win. Perseverance is key. And you are all winners in my book. I'd like to thank some of our sponsors: Ink Tip, Bloody Mary, Distribber, Slice of Sci-Fi, Atmos Effects, Weird Review, Dapper Cadaver, Little Big Film Company, Scriptwriters Network, and of course, Girls and Corpses. Industry and Company, or I and Company, is an official sponsor. I'd also like to thank our judges and volunteers about your company. All right, here we go. The winner of the 2018 Commercial Award goes to Kerry Brown for his commercial.
Yes! So just very briefly, so this was a commercial that we filmed as a love letter to this festival. I'm always delighted to be a part of it every year, and so the opportunity to show how much I love it and how much I appreciate Denise and everything she does was too good to pass up. So this is just icing on the cake. Thank
Goes
you.
to U.S. Butcher by Smothered Bowels, directed by Alexa. Bloody Mary Makeup to Die For is the sponsor of the Best Short Screenplay. Bloody Mary has been a Shriekfest sponsor since day one, which is really cool. If you've never checked out their site, check them out. She sells like tutorials on how to do different makeup for Halloween, movies, everything. The Shriekfest Bloody Reel for Best Short Screenplay goes to Magic, written by Kenny J. Wright.
Thank you. I never win anything, so thank you. I've been writing since I was 12, and I'll be writing since till I'm dead, so like 60 more years, hopefully. I guess I'm getting better.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm really not really good with people. So thank you.
The sponsor of the Best Sci-Fi Fantasy Feature Screenplay is Slice of Sci-Fi. Will Michael Young II please come up?
Slice of Sci-Fi, I'm here representing them. They are an organization and media company that does reviews, in-depth dives, great conversation and discussion on anything from Battlestar Galactica to The Conjuring. They do a lot of work about, I guess you could say, getting into the character and into the theme of what it is to be sci-fi, to be weird, to be horror, to be strange, and bring it all into a great hub where we can all love it together. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for Best Sci-Fi Fantasy Feature Screenplay goes to A Quiet War, written by Carol Brown.
Yeah, wow. So for those who may know me on social media, Facebook, you know that I've been here as a finalist for the last 6 years. And for the last 6 years, I get home and my son has a bag of cinnamon bear candies waiting for me as a consolation prize. So no cinnamon bears this year, but
Scriptwriters Network is the sponsor of the Best Thriller Feature Screenplay. Will Melissa Sargent please come up?
Thank you. Scriptwriting Network, to be really brief, we are a nonprofit educational organization. We bring in entertainment professionals to speak and teach on the art, craft, and business of script writing for TV features and new media. Yeah. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for Best Thriller Feature Screenplay goes to Pervert, written by Rona Mark. I also need to mention that it's also Rona's birthday.
I just want to say I've had a blast at this festival, even though I've been sick. And when I'm with horror fans, I feel like I'm with my people. I feel like it's the most democratic, the wildest, the best of all the genres. I'm so proud of this. I can't even begin to tell you. Thank you.
Let's see. Okay, the sponsor of this year's Best Horror Feature Screenplay is Atmos Effects. You may have seen some of their cool decorations, like you see them on Facebook, the ads where you get the ghost and the zombies and all that stuff. That's them. It's really neat stuff. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for Best Horror Feature Screenplay goes to No Child Left Behind, written by Dan V. Shea.
It's a murder weapon.
They're heavy, yeah.
Colonel Mustard in the library with the Shriekfest. Yeah, this is just a capper of a really great few days. I've seen some really great movies, some terrific movies. I've seen some stuff that has probably scarred me. Sick for toys, I'm looking in your direction. But seriously, thank you to the readers and the judges and all the volunteers, and Denise, thank you very much.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to bring up BJ Winslow from Dapper Cadaver.
Great to see you. I am presenting the, so if you don't know Dapper Cadaver, please come on by. We're a prop shop. We do sales, we do rentals, we do custom fabrication, all kinds of death-related stuff. We got, morgue tables, we got zombies, we got werewolves, we got every kind of body part that you could possibly need. No questions asked.
Will it cost an arm and a leg?
It doesn't cost an arm and a leg. All right. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for the best super short film goes to Cabin Killer.
Everybody wanted to win an Oscar. No shit, the last 2 years I've just wanted to win one of these. It's awesome, and I love Shriekfest. Denise calls you every year. I'm like, what is this unknown number? It's always the best unknown. It's not some telemarketer trying to sell me some shit. So I love Shriekfest. Long live Shriekfest. Clearly the best of the two LA broadcasters.
Little Big Film Company is the sponsor of the Best Horror Thriller Short Film Award. I will present it for them. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for the Best Horror Thriller Short Film goes to Latched, directed by Justin.
My name's Dale Andrews. I was the executive producer on Latched, and this is Vivian Villani. He was our composer. Going on the theme that you were saying about earlier about giving up on things. 5 years ago, I gave up on film. And it was 2 years ago that actually Justin Harding, the director for Latched, came to me and asked if I wanted to be executive producer on the film because their executive producer had bailed on them 3 weeks before they were shooting. And Justin and I go back a long ways. I was actually his high school film teacher. So this is great that we've, our first project together as colleagues and not as a teacher and a student. This is our first one together, so it's great that we've had a good run with this. And looking forward to coming back. We just are finishing our first feature film together as well.
Best Bloody Reel for the Best Sci-Fi Short Film Award is Safe, directed by Tim Earnhardt.
Wow, this is kind of cool because it was the movie everybody told me not to make because I was crossing too many genres. But this is like give it up to the cast and crew because I always say I just have words on paper if it isn't for them helping me out for 100 setups over a weekend. So, so this really goes to all the actors and the crew that worked on the movie. So.
John Collins with Weird Review is the sponsor of the Best Sci-Fi Fantasy Feature Film Award. Weird Review is a website that does articles, reviews, coverage on anything weird, like Shriekfest.
And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel Award for Best Sci-Fi Fantasy Featuring Film Award goes to Soundwave by Dylan.
And Denise, it's an awesome festival. This is our second time here, and I really think it always feels so warm and so fun, and just, it's great. We love coming here.
Distribber is a company that helps you get your film on iTunes, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. Distribber is the sponsor of the Best Thriller Feature Film Award. Can I please get Michael Sorensen to come up?
So, yes, Distribber is an alternative path to VOD distribution where we can help you get to the marketplace while retaining 100% of your rights and revenue that you earn. If you're interested, please visit us at distribber.com or drop me a line.
Right.
And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for the Best Thriller Feature Film is alive. Directed by
Well, thanks. And just to continue the theme of don't give up, I'm obviously not the youngest guy in the world, but Jules and I have been writing for probably 11 years now, and after, having things optioned, not made, we said, well, let's just make our own film. So that was alive, and, we got
The
it done.
Shriekfest Bloody Reel for the Best Supernatural Horror Feature Film goes to Echoes of Fear, directed
Wow, this is awesome. Thank you, Shriekfest. I love this festival. We've been coming here ever since we moved to LA, back when it was the 5th Shriekfest. And now it's 18, which is amazing. They get so many submissions, so just even getting to this festival is really an accomplishment. So this is amazing. Thank you, and thank the Shriekfest audience, because this is like the best audience to watch horror films with. And you're so dedicated, you all come out.
Feature Film Award. And the Shriekfest Bloody Reel for the Best Horror Feature Film Award goes to Camp Coldbrook, directed by Andy Palmer.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Denise. You are amazing. This fest was amazing. It was the first time we got to see it with a packed house, and I was like blown away at the response, and thank you. I love all you guys. Thank you, Shriekfest.